If you're young, broke, and confused, oh, you are at that age. At least that's what I've been told. Um, I'm like in my teens right now, and like when I was 13 or even young, as young as I can remember, I always wanted to be rich, and I had this all lot of big, grand plans for myself. And even like a few years ago, when I was 15, I said like by 18 or even 19, I would leave this country and like move to Dubai and start a clothing brand with. And before that, I would make shit ton of money. Of course, by 15, I didn't know a lot of things and did not understand that making money is not all child's play. And most of the things that you see online, where it says they became millionaires and successful at 17, 18, 16 even. Yesterday I saw a guy who was 16 and a millionaire. Most of them are already rich, or most of them were almost in a position where it would be a matter of time that they would have been rich. And there's two ways you can take this. Like, you can use this as a cope and say that it's impossible to be rich without certain connections, and it's impossible to be rich unless you're born into it. Or you can accept that everybody has a different path, and your path is to struggle your way to become successful. Just because someone else does it the easy way doesn't mean you doing the hard way and the right way is bad. And sometimes I think to myself, is that if this is what I'm telling myself, and if this is cope or not, because it can be very well used as cope, as a coping mechanism for me, like wasting time. And all I have to say to myself that they were already rich, like these 17-year-old millionaires were already in good positions. They were already actually rich and they're lying. I could see a lot of things and use it as scope, or I could use this as a fuel. And like you have to understand the both things at the same time. You have to understand that most of these so many young successful stories, they were already in a very good position. And also, you cannot use that fact as a cope. You also have to take yourself accountable and say, man, I know I'm in a worse situation than most of these people, but if I worked hard all these years, I would be in a better situation right now at present. I don't know if I got to got the point across your face or not. I'm still like, it sounds way better in my head, but I cannot like make say it. So yeah, at this age, you are like supposed to be confused, especially if you have goals, man. Especially if you have goals, it's quite natural to be confused and very worried. And don't expect me to give you some kind of situation, bro. Or any kind of situation. I'm at the same situation as you. I'm just talking about what I'm experiencing. If you want a solution, go watch any other video. I cannot provide anything. If you find anything matter of fact, just comment it. Maybe it will help me too. Anyway, a few days like for a few days, I've been feeling very angry because, call me arrogant, or but I will say that I'm a very creative person, yeah. And thought of a lot of ideas years ago when I was 15, 14. Yeah. And these kind of things I've actually written down that I would do this, but I didn't. Like, there are a lot of goals that I wrote down when I was 15. These were very good ideas, and I didn't do this. And I thought I had time. I mean, watched the same motivational videos as you did. I was like motivated for a second, worked for 2 days, but gave up. I was lazy. And a few days ago, I saw someone with the same idea as I did, and they're doing pretty good. And let me tell you that, like, really hurts. Um, doesn't mean that I can't apply the idea anymore, but it means that I'm not the first one to do it, and which is, of course, will like make anybody angry at themselves, not at others, of course. Because if I acted when I was 15, I would have been at a better place. At least I would have been. I could have said that I tried, you know? I could have said that I tried really hard. I wrote these goals down and I tried it, but I failed. But this other guy who had the same idea as me tried it and he passed. And I could have said to myself that, okay, uh, I tried, he won, fair game. Because there is something called um, luck, you know? You have to, or um, certain people. Okay, that's a topic for another day. I'm not going to go into that, but um, not every time you're gonna win. I don't even know what to say, man. Yeah. Anyway, all I want to say, man, is if you're as young as me, don't dwell on it too much, brother. You're, again, what I'm about to say, it can be used as scope, but do not use it. All I'm going to say that you're pretty young, you can work, and you can become very successful. But if you take these words as scope, you're gonna waste that time. And by that time you're not so young and you do start working out, you're gonna lose your leverage, that is time, and you're gonna regret it, man. And what I fear most is me saying these all those profound words, and here tomorrow I'm gonna go back to being normal and start like wasting time again. But I hope not. Anyway, this is today's entry, and I want to end it by saying a quote, which is, fortune favors the relentless, not the chosen.